Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Titbits at Gully Cricket. So, Shash, yesterday we had another double header and two
Yes.
exciting games, you could say. The second one at least. So,
Yeah.
let's get started with the show. So, the first game was between the SRH and the Punjab Kings. So, Shash, I have a question for you. Can you tell me what's common between Irfan Pathan, Malinga, Jaydev Unadkat, and Umran Malik?
Did they take 4 wickets in an over?
No, these are the
Okay.
only ones who did not concede even a single run in the 20th over.
Oh. Oh, okay, okay. This I
So
did not know. Fine.
yeah, this is something you never see it because that's
Mm-hmm.
the over where the batsmen are fearless, try to hit
Correct.
and score a lot of runs. So what an
Yeah.
over was that, Shaz?
Correct. I mean, like it was just raw pace. It was great to see. Actually, me being a fast bowler myself, yeah, it was very nice to see a tearaway fast bowler. Having the batsman, just clueless. You can sort of say because sure he was bowling to the lower order batsman, but then he was just beating them hands on. So these are very encouraging signs for Indian cricket as well. And if he gets some much needed direction, I think he can become an asset for Indian cricket in the future.
All right. Yeah. So now moving on to Punjab batting. Before moving there, I have another interesting fact. Dhawan actually captained after a long time. In fact, the
Yeah.
last time he was a captain, he was the captain of SRH, and they
Mhm.
played against Punjab in that game. So
Okay.
he is captain of the consecutive SRH versus Punjab clash, and he's in the opposite teams
Oh,
in both the matches.
okay. Role
Okay,
reversal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that also meant that Mayank did not play, and there was no
Was there any
anchor.
reason?
I think
Like,
he had
was
a
he
toe
injured?
injury. Toe injury.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
but he'll be back in the next game. That's what they're telling.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, they missed Mayank, and if not for Livingston, I don't think Punjab would have even crossed 120. So
Hmm.
yeah, safe to say that like Mayank plays a huge role in stabilizing the innings as an anchor.
Well, I mean, I think it is alternating between Mayank and Dhawan. I think if maybe Mayank is a sort of an aggressor, then Dhawan takes a backseat. But what happened yesterday was with Mayank not being available, none of the foreign players except for maybe Livingston had a good day. Bairstow unfortunately has not been living up to the reputation. Maybe he's batting in a position which is not used to as well. They might be a thinking here that he might be good against spin. I think it might be time probably to get back Rajapaksha in because I see no reason. I mean, if I was in Rajapaksa's place, I would feel very hardened because he did really well in the few games that he played. Like he might have not got a huge score, but then he made match-winning contributions or significant ones, and he was scoring at a strike rate of more than 180. So he was definitely an impact player. I think they must think of considering having him in the team as well, because otherwise, like I understand that they have this carefree attitude of going after the bowlers, but on days like this, when you do lose wickets in clusters, there must be someone to stabilize as well. And who is going to do that is something that they have to figure out.
Exactly, and Rajapaksa, he plays really well against spin, and we saw it in the first game. And like, not everyone can pick Hasaranga, but he was smashing him for the
Yeah,
boundaries here and there.
I think it might have also helped that you would have played him in the nets as well,
Yeah,
being a fellow teammate. Yeah, but even then, it requires skill and judgment, correct judgment to understand that what is coming out of his hand, and pick that and also be confident to strike it as well.
right, right. Yeah. So moving on to the chase, now two ex Punjab Kings players took up things and finished their games. So
Yeah.
when you talk about Markram, he did not get a lot of chances last year, but he's doing it well. Even in the previous game, he finished it well, and even today, so, in the last game. So talk about that chase, Shash.
Correct. I mean, I guess both of them had a score to settle with their ex team. That is why, they made sure that they were there till the end, until the game got over. No, what I've seen from Markram is, at least from a year and a half, that he's been quite destructive as a batsman. I think even if when South Africa played the T20 World Cup, I think he was one of the main performers as well. I guess he's just upped his game a little bit, in terms of the hitting capabilities, and it's coming off quite well. So he's got a lot of power, all right, which maybe not many people, or it can be seen as well, because when he strikes the ball, he hits it quite hard. So that is one thing. So he's in a good frame of mind, is what I would say. And these innings would also help someone like Nicholas Puran, right? Because you know how dangerous he can be. But being there at the end, finishing off, it was not a typical Nicholas Puran innings. But then I think SRH would take heart that, he's applying himself and making sure that he's there till the team gets through.
Yes. It's absolutely necessary. Like, you don't lose wickets in the end and
Yeah.
get all out before the target is chased. So well played knock from both of them. So that was it about the first game, and SRH won it quite comfortably, you could say. And let's move on to the second game, which was between the Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings. Now, CSK again lost their plot, uh, but they had a decent start, like while batting, and they only started to accelerate after the 10th over, like they did in the game against RCB as well. So, don't you think it's like a little bit late to start, considering they're at 6 runs per over at the 10th over mark?
Yeah, I guess they've had the issues at the top, like Uthappa has been inconsistent, you can sort of say. Like, he's fired in the odd game, but has not maintained that consistent run. Ruturaj was also not, performing, and he had a good day yesterday, which will sort of give him the confidence and also the management. And yeah, Moin Ali has been struggling. It's there for everyone to see. He did have a really good season last year, but then he's just not able to reciprocate the same this year. Yeah, they have issues there at the top. And when you lose wickets like that, and when your confidence is low, you don't expect a team to go, like all out, basically. But then I think they did quite well to reach 170 in the end, considering the position they were in at the end of 10 overs. I guess probably losing wickets, like maybe Raidu and Gaikwad in quick succession, sort of halted their momentum. And Dubey didn't have an exactly, explosive day, which he's generally had. So that turned out to be a bit of an issue for them in the end.
Well, Dubey did not have a good day with the ball as well. Like, I think it kind of, you can't say drop, but he did not go for the catch against Miller. But does it remind you of the 2013 inning where Miller played against RCB and scored 101?
Oh God. Yeah, not the memories that I would definitely want to recollect. I still remember, I have those images in my mind where Virat has, he's trying to take the catch like this in the Aussie way, and then he drops it and the rest is history. David Miller just goes berserk after that. So yeah, I think it was a long time since we had seen an innings like this from Miller, and no better time to get going than this, because they were missing the captain Hardik Pandya, who's been one of the key performers as well. And Rashid, I think, did quite well as a captain. And I mean, who will forget his knock? Those shots were outrageous. I mean, just the confidence. It was almost like he was not hitting sixes. It was almost like he was swatting flies. Like the position that he got in after, it was a lot of nonchalance, is what I can say. It was almost like he knew what was coming from Chris Jordan. That was a brilliant cameo that he played. If not for his innings, I doubt, I mean, because Miller needed support, it cannot be done by one person. And in the end, Gujarat got home, I mean, with 2 balls to spare. I mean, kudos to them.
Yeah, but Gujarat is always having this kind of innings, right? Like, when it seems improbable, but then there's always someone who steps up. There was Tewatia, there was Gill, Pandya, and yesterday when you didn't expect, Rashid stepped up and got them to the victory. So, like, talk about that chase, like overall chase, and about the one man stepping up for Gujarat.
Correct. See, I mean, you can sort of say they were in a very tricky position, like they had lost 4 wickets very quickly. And then, as I mentioned again, that they didn't have the captain who was in good form as well. Was there any reason why he didn't play? Was he injured?
Yeah, I think he also had some stiffness, and that's why he could not play today.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't watch either of these matches completely. I watched the highlights. So, yeah. But when even when Tiwatia came in, he couldn't make much of an impact. All right, it was
Yeah,
only Miller who was taking on the bowlers. But I guess Rashid was so determined, like I think I remember like one of the commentators saying that probably he'll get his first runs in this IPL. So maybe that he's not got the chance to bat.
yeah,
We've seen it in Big Bash League as well, where he's played some handy knocks. And my God, didn't Gujarat needed that kind of an innings yesterday, and he delivered big time.
absolutely. And Gujarat again won another game, and I think they lost only one game till now, and definitely because of that kind of performance which uh, any
Yeah,
one player is giving, they are now on the number one position on the points table.
correct.
So that's about
I
yesterday's two matches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are finding players who can step up for them at the right time.
Hmm.
That is what is very important. Now,
Yep.
I believe a successful team is one who doesn't rely on just individual performances or one player having a very good season. If you have different players stepping up in different games, that makes the team so dangerous, because you don't know, anyone can on a given particular day can create havoc, and deflate the opposition. So that's a very dangerous sign for any team.
All right. Yeah. So let's move on to today's game. We have another exciting contest coming up between the Rajasthan Royals and KKR at the Brabant Stadium. Now, Shash, when KKR was playing at the Brabant for the first time this season, I told that they lost all their matches at Brabant, and now they've played two more matches and they've lost even that. So what's
Mhm.
not going their way after they came here?
Maybe they need to ask BCCI to change the venue for starters. Telling that it's not working out, boss, for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, but I think, see, again, they both the teams, in fact, Rajasthan as well as KKR, they seem to have been got stuck in a bit of a muddle. It's not like they have bad teams. It's just that they have issues. Maybe, like, you can say KKR has issues with the top order, whereas Rajasthan has issues with the middle order. So these are certain things that they need to find a solution to sooner than rather than later. Otherwise, it might be very difficult for them to even contend for being in the top four.
Yeah. So now both the teams have good players. Of course, we know that. But here's a matchup. Chahal has dismissed Rana four times in IPL, but
Mhm.
Russell strikes against Chahal at a strike rate of 216. Who do
Oh,
you think will dominate? Is it the KKR batting or the Rajasthan bowling?
well, it's a tough one to say. I would say it also depends on the conditions that they're playing in. Guess if it turns a bit, and let's say if Rajasthan bowl first and there's not much due, right? Then you feel like they have a chance of restricting KKR. Otherwise, or if KKR bowl first, maybe if Sunil Narayan can get a bit of purchase, and then can cause trouble to the opposition batsman as well. Varun Chakravarti has been disappointing this IPL, if I have to be honest. Like, I think the batsman has sort of figured him out, and his variations are not working that effectively, and they're taking him on quite easily as well. So there's a bit of an issue that KKR is facing. Yeah, but I feel like if Dew comes into play, it is an advantage to the team batting second. Otherwise, it might be an even contest.
All right. Now there's another memory which I'm sure you don't want to remember, but 15 years back on the same day IPL started, and KKR was playing RCB, and KKR
Oh
won
yeah,
by
I
three.
was there live. I watched that live in the stadium.
Oh,
Yeah,
great. So
yeah.
today again KKR is playing after 15 years. So what do you think will be the result? KKR will win again?
See, if you just got to go by history, you'll say KKR might win. But then if you go with the ground history, they have a very bad record there.
Yeah.
So in that case, I would back Rajasthan. Yeah.
All right. So that was the last question, and with that, we'll conclude today's episode as well. But before that, we do have the man of the match contest, and actually, we had winners for both the games. We had like a lot of
Oh,
entries, and so
good.
we'll have to do the lucky draw for both the games.
Yeah.
So, Shaz, the
Spin the
first
wheel.
game, yeah. Can you tell
Mhm.
the details of the first game? And it was Punjab versus SRH. Do you know the man of the match?
Oh, Umran Malik.
Yes. So
Yeah.
obviously getting four wickets and zero runs in 20th over
Yeah.
deserves him that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here is the wheel with all the names and
Okay. Let's see who's the lucky one tonight. Wait, it's Manav V. Shenoy.
Yeah. All right. So
From
Manu, I
your
think it's
place,
yeah.
Mangalore.
So I think he's
Yeah,
winning for the second time. So
yeah.
congratulations, Manu.
Congratulations, Manav. Yeah, you are the lucky draw winner tonight.
Yeah. And for the Gujarat versus CSK, the man of the match was. Do you have any idea? It was Miller.
Gujarat was a CSK. Miller, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we got 20 for that as well. One of them predicted before
Oh,
the match
yeah.
started. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's a good one.
yep.
Okay.
It's
It's
Manasvi Prabhu.
Manasvi Prabhu. I guess
Yes.
she entered even I think she commented yesterday as well.
Yeah,
She
and she was in
missed
the
out.
lucky draw, but missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good. See, it just says like probably patience, pays dividends.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to wait another day, and now you're getting an Amazon voucher. So congratulations, Manasvi.
Yeah.
Manavi, is it? Manasvi.
Manasvi and Manu. Yeah, both of them won. So
Oh,
congratulations
there's
both.
something. Are they sisters or anything? They
Uh,
sound very. Yeah, and we also
actually,
have
they are my
Manas.
cousins.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, what's it with your family, man? I mean, they all have similar sounding names, is it?
Yeah, they're like copying me, and so that they become like me,
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Okay. All
So
right. All right.
yeah. So moving on, we have the contest today as well. KKR
Yeah.
versus Rajasthan. Who might be the man of the match? It could be Russell or it could be Josh Butler. Anyone?
Hoping Sanju Samson gets it because it's been a due for a long time. Yeah.
Yes. So viewers, please comment your man of the match, and the contest closes at the like when the second innings starts. So till then, you have time. You can see the first innings, and if someone has played really good, you can just comment his name and do comment. Do keep commenting, subscribe, and share with all your friends. With that, we end the video
Correct.
here. Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Cheers.